Hello everyone. How are you all? Hope you all were doing well. So your first online evaluation exam is over and I'm pretty sure that you all have done well. Yeah. So and now you all were aware with the process. Yes, process of the exam. So we have already completed chapter 1 and 2 of business studies. And now in this video we are going to learn about chapter 3, and that is private, public and global enterprise. So let's start. So see, we see different types of shops, factories or other business enterprise undertaking business activities. Yes, and these undertaking may be owned or managed by individuals, two or more persons, or by the states. So like a grocery shop or a departmental store or a medical store, all these are owned by private individuals, and the state may also run some enterprise such as like post office or railways or like defense uh, and etc. So all these are called the public sector undertaking. Hmm. And there are some enterprise which may run their business activities in more than one country, and these are called global undertaking. About this private, public and global we already discussed in our previous chapter also. So in this chapter we will study how the economy divided into two sectors, that is public and private sector, and the different types of public enterprise and their role, and the role of global enterprise. Okay, so see, mm, there are all types of business organization, small or large, or industrial or trading, like government owned or private owned, existing in the country. Yes, so these organizations affect our daily to day-to-day life and are important segment of Indian economy. So both private and public sector undertaking exist together and have freedom to grow in the country. So like after independence, government earmarked important role for public sector. And many sectors of economy were reserved for public sector for future development. But some are private sector, and it also played an important role in overall development of the country. Like in the year after 1991, government redefined the role of public and private sectors. Like the role of public sector is limited to some sectors, while other sectors were open for private sectors. So the pace of economic development has substantially increased in the recent past. So both private as well as public sectors are required for the growth of the economy. Both are equally important for a development of the country or for a development of the economy of the country. Yes. So let us discuss private sector enterprise. So the private sector consists of business owned by individuals or a group of individuals. So the various forms of organizations are sole proprietorship, partnership, joint in the family, cooperative and company. That means when individual or group efforts are pooled to set up an undertaking is called a private endeavor. So in private units, the ownership and the management is in private hands. Okay, and this initiative is undertaken for private gain. Their main motive is to gain the profit privately. So the example of private enterprise include in India like Reliance Industry, then Tata Iron and Steel Company, then Premier Automobiles Limited, and many are there like Bombay Dyeing also. Okay, so let us discuss about its features. Features. Following are the features of the private sector. Number one is it owned by an individual or a group of persons. That means this private enterprise is owned by a single individual or a group of persons. Okay. The next is the owners provide capital for the enterprise, and the owner, who is the owner of that business or enterprise, he shall provide the capital for the enterprise. Number third is the objective is to make private gains and generate wealth. Their main objective is to gain the private wealth and generate that wealth. Their main motive is to earn a profit. Then fourth is the management is done by the owners or by the professional managers. All the management of that enterprise or business is done by the professional managers which they have selected for their enterprise, or itself by the owners. Number five is the management is accountable to owner for result. That means whatever the result of the business or enterprise, the management is accountable for that. Okay. The number six is the financial management is in the hands of the owners. All the monetary terms or all the financial management is dealt by the owners itself. It is in the hands of the owners. The next is public sector enterprise. So the public sectors consist of various organizations owned and managed by central or state or by both governments. So the government participates in economic activity of the country through this enterprise. That means these enterprises are owned and controlled by the government or by public authorities. So either whole or most of the investment is done by the government itself. So the aim of this unit is to provide goods and services at reasonable prices. So this unit may be owned by the central government or state government or like local bodies or jointly. So the example of private enterprise are like Life Insurance Corporation of India, LIC, that means. Then like Food Corporation of India, FCI. Then Indian Oil Corporation, IOC, etc. and many are there. Then next is features. So the features of public enterprise are, number one is capital is contributed by central or state or both governments. That means the capital is invested by central government or state government or local bodies, either singly or jointly. The next is the financial management is in the hands of the government. That means whatever the financial management in private company, the financial management is in the hands of the owners, but in government or in public enterprise, all the financial management is in the hands of the government. The number third is management and control are in the hands of government. How to control the public enterprise or all the management things are in the hands of the government. It is accountable to the public. That means these enterprises are accountable to the general public. The number fifth is the main objective of this enterprise is public service and profit motive is secondary. That means the main objectives of this enterprise is to give the service to the public, then to earn a profit. First they will fulfill the demands or provide a service to the public rather than earning profit. So forms of public enterprise. So basically the public enterprise is have three forms: departmental undertaking, public corporation and governmental company. So let us discuss departmental undertaking. So these are established as departments of the ministry and are financed, managed and controlled by either central government or state government. Example, Indian Railways, Post and Telegraph Department. That means departmental form of organization of managing state enterprise is the oldest form of organization. This departmental undertaking is the oldest form of the organizations, and in this form the enterprise work as a part of government department. Okay, and the finance are provided by the government, and management is in the hands of civil servants. Hmm. And the minister of that department is the ultimate in charge of the enterprise. Okay, and the enterprise is subjected to like legislative uh, scrutiny. Okay, so departmental management is suitable for public utility service and strategic industries in India. So railway posts and telegraphs or all India radio or Doordarshan are working as a government department. Okay, in the same way, like strategic industry like defense or automatic power, or they all are under government. So now next is features. No single entity. It has no separate legal entity. That means it doesn't have a separate legal entity. Number two is finance. It is financed by annual budget allocation of the government, and all its earning go to the government treasury. That means these undertakings are run on commercial lines. Okay, and this all the finance or budget are allocated by the government, and these all are the allocation of the government, and all is earning go to the government treasury. It is not for the private benefit, but it's all earning or profit go to the government. Next is auditing and accounting. The government rules relating to audit and accounting are applicable to it. Whatever rules or whatever policies government has made, the public enterprise has to follow that. And the rules relating to auditing or accounting, everything is applicable to them. Next is staffing. Each employees are government employees and recruited and appointed as per the rules. Means those who are working in the public enterprise are all recruited by the government, and they are the they are the government employees. Okay. Next is accountability. These are accountable to the concerned industry. That means this accountability, this public enterprise are accountable of the government ministry. Then next we have merits. Number one is it is more effective in achieving the objective laid down by government, as it is under the direct control of government. That means departmental undertaking are completely under government control. Okay, and these undertaking are associated with one of the government department, and the government can regulate their working in proper way. Number second is it is a source of government income, as its revenue goes to the government treasury. That means the whole revenue goes to the government treasury, and it become a part of the government funds. Whatever earning or whatever profit or whatever income the company or association or enterprise gets, it all goes to the revenue to the government treasury. Next is it is accountable to Parliament for all its actions which ensure proper utilization of funds. That means these undertakings are under the control of legislatures, and the government is answerable to the legislature for the working of departmental undertaking. And this legislative control acts as a check of this undertaking. Okay. Next is it is suitable for activities where secrecy and strict control is required, like defense production. That means this government enterprise is like very much suitable where the secrecy or the strict control is required, like the defense. In defense, the loads of secrecy has to be maintained, and it is suitable for them. There is no chances of the leak out of the discussion or the ideas. Next is demerits. Number one is it suffers from interference from minister and top official in their working. So the demerits or limitation of public enterprises, that means there is a government interference in the departmental organization, okay, and the undertaking are not given freedom to decide their own policies. They have to always listen to the government. They cannot do by themselves. Number, it lacks flexibility, which is essential for smooth operation of business. So, like, whatever the losses is in departmental undertaking are not taken seriously. Okay, no efficiency standard are set up for this undertaking. So they are run as a government department and not as a commercial undertaking. So there is a lack of flexibility in the business, and that's why this business face a lots of problem in the smooth operation of the business. Next is, it suffers from red tapeism in day-to-day work. That means there is a delay in taking important decisions. Okay, red tapeism is prevalent as in other government department. Okay, and commercial organizations cannot afford delay in taking decision. Next, number 4 is, these organizations are usually insensitive to consumer needs and do not provide goods and adequate service to them. That means the change in government involves shift in policies and policies of different departmental undertaking. So every political party tries to manage the departmental undertaking according to its election manifesto. Yes, so there is adversely affect the working of this undertaking, and it's never keep in their mind or keep in of the public. Okay, and they are very insensitive towards the customer or consumer needs, and they do not provide goods or adequate service to their consumer. Next is, such organizations are managed by civil servants and government officials who may not have the necessary expertise and experience in management. That means all policies are decided at the ministerial level, okay, and the powers are centralized at the higher level, so it adversely affects the efficiency of the concern. Next is suitability, where full government control is needed. That means where government wants to exercise firm control and monopoly power in vital sectors of economy like broadcasting, defense or nuclear, etc. Okay. The next is where secrecy is very important, such as defense. That means secrecy is a vital in the case of defense. So in this public sector enterprise, secrecy is easily maintained. Okay, so this is all about public sector enterprise first form, that means departmental undertaking. So in next video we will discuss about public statutory corporations. Till then, take care. Thank you.